Masculinity has long been associated with strength, resilience, and the ability to protect and provide. But in our world that is rapidly evolving, the old definitions of what it means to be a man are being challenged. Many men are struggling, angry, and confused. Others have abandoned their masculinity in an effort to survive in a toxic shadow and reflection pool of broken promises and expectations. We are now called to create a new masculinity, one that honors both the power and the vulnerability within us. Let's explore the new dance between the true masculine power, strength, and vulnerability in this segment. The new masculinity is not about abandoning our strength, but about expanding our understanding of it. True strength is not just physical power or stoic endurance. It's the courage to face our emotions, the wisdom to seek balance, and the grace to embrace our full humanity. True strength is knowing when and how to embrace transformation. It's knowing when to let go of the old and to summon the courage to step into the void and recreate himself into a better and more refined version of who he is continuously becoming. Strength is never hanging on the old. Strength, when properly applied, is more like an application rather than a core way of being. When it becomes a core way of being, it is weakness and ignorance. At the core of this new masculinity is the realization that our true power comes from within. We are creating a distinction between power and force here. It's an intrinsic power that comes from your source. Call it God, the universe, source, or the intelligence. That's the architect of all that is. It is beyond the small ego. It's beyond all that the modern world demands from their traditional yet corrupted male model. A modern world which still insists on keeping the corrupted man in his broken roles, in his broken worlds. The only way to win that old game is to game the system itself, hence becoming the shadow predator. The shadow expression, which is now the vaulted and valued apex predator. The broken world demands the broken man, only to provide an evolutionary path to psychopathic apex home base. The American dream fulfilled. New modern cosmic man becomes the co-creator of his reality and upgrades his role for himself and the world around him. He graduates from sole provider, protector, to the embodiment of the Almighty in human form, fulfilling in the prophecy made in the image of. This is the telos, the aim of existence itself. Realizing that the true key to unlocking his power, not force, is vulnerability, humility, compassion, and such. His strength is the practice of these tenets and skills. It's a cosmic craft, born out of ancient wisdom, and has always been celebrated in fantastical lore throughout the ages. We have all the clues and models around us now. Discernment is the process of separating the wheat from the chaff here. It takes to the next level all the psychological perspectives in a truly Jungian perspective, and through a transfiguration process becomes the whole cosmic template of Cosmic Shu Man 2.0. This is the invitation. This is the way forward, not only for modern males, but for humanity as well. Of course, the feminine will also has been going through their version of this evolution, and the whole Cosmic Woman 2.0 will welcome and dance ecstatically with the Cosmic Man. This is the absolute template. This is the telos for and of humanity, rooted in self-awareness, emotional intelligence, and a deep connection to our inner world. It's the ability to be present, to listen to our higher intuition, and to act from a place of authenticity. Embracing this new masculinity requires us to go beyond the surface and delve into the depths of our being. It's about understanding and integrating all aspects of ourselves, our fears, our desires, our dreams, and our shadows. It's about recognizing that vulnerability is not a weakness, but a gateway to deeper strength and connection. This new masculinity is intrinsically tied to our spiritual and emotional well-being. It's about cultivating a relationship with our inner selves, understanding our emotions, and allowing ourselves to feel deeply. In doing so, we not only heal ourselves, but also become beacons of light and strength for those around us. The path to reconnection, reclaiming our true selves. The path to reconnection begins with a single step, a step inward. It's a journey deep into the heart, where we rediscover the essence of who we are. Along this path, we shed the layers of conditioning and societal expectations that have clouded our true selves, and we reconnect with the deeper aspects of our being. Reconnection is not just about external change, it's about an internal shift. It's about aligning with our higher self, the part of us that is wise, compassionate, and in tune with the greater flow of life. There is a true template. This is the telos, the aim and end game for the actual greatness of the divine intelligence's invitation into the hallowed halls of the House of Many Mansions, and living it into the worlds and civilizations that we shall create. This alignment allows us to move through the world with a sense of purpose and clarity, knowing that we are guided by something greater than ourselves. As we reconnect with our truest selves, we also find deeper connections with others. Brotherhood and community become essential elements on this path, offering us support, guidance, and the shared wisdom of those who walk alongside us. We learn to honor and love the brotherhood. The corruption is eradicated. The new systems and cultures are maintained purely through the telos, within expressing outwardly in the honoring of the life, function, and unity as a species. Harmony restored and celebrated. This is the new inner technology which is now available to our species. All brotherhoods protect and serve all sisterhoods. This is the first and top priority of business in the new paradigm. The rise and lifting of the goddess era is the completion of the loop of the system. Power shared is power gained. The pairing of partnerships will be based in these dances. The cosmic orchestra is playing in the keys of creation. Together, we create a space where we can be our authentic selves, free from judgment, and where we can grow and evolve as men and, of course, women. This path of reconnection is ultimately a path of liberation. It's about freeing ourselves from the confines of outdated beliefs and stepping into a new way of being, one that honors the full spectrum of our humanity. It's about recognizing that we are not just physical beings, but spiritual beings with the power to create, to heal, and to transform. In this new masculinity, we find the balance between strength and vulnerability, power and compassion, action and reflection. We reclaim our identity not through external validation, but through an intrinsic connection to our soul. And in doing so, we find the true meaning and belonging that we've been searching for, creating a new masculinity and the path to reconnection. In the ever-evolving landscape of modern society, the traditional definitions of masculinity are being challenged, and rightly so. For centuries, masculinity has been synonymous with strength, resilience, and the ability to protect and provide. Yet, in this time of transformation, many men find themselves struggling, angry, confused, and disconnected from their true selves. Others have abandoned their masculinity altogether, trying to survive in a toxic shadow of broken promises and expectations. We are now at a crossroads. We, men, are being invited to create a new masculinity, one that honors both our power and our vulnerability. This new masculinity invites us to explore the delicate dance between true masculine power and the strength that comes from embracing vulnerability. The evolution of strength. The new masculinity isn't about forsaking our strength. It's about expanding our understanding of what strength truly means. True strength transcends mere physical power or stoic endurance. It embodies the courage to confront our emotions, the wisdom to seek balance, and the grace to embrace our full humanity. It is about knowing when to let go of the old, summoning the courage to step into the unknown, and continuously evolving into a better, more refined version of ourselves. Strength, when properly applied, is not a rigid way of being, but a tool, a dynamic force that supports our highest purpose. When strength becomes our sole identity, it turns into a weakness, a crutch that hinders our growth. True strength is fluid, adaptable, and used to build the foundation for something greater, the true essence of who we are meant to become. The intrinsic aspects of the new masculinity. At the heart of this new masculinity lies a profound realization. Our true power comes from within. It is an intrinsic power sourced from something greater than ourselves, whether you call it God, the universe, or the intelligence that designs all that exists. This power transcends the ego and the narrow confines of the outdated, corrupted male model. The modern world, in its insistence on maintaining these broken roles, only leads men down a path to a shadow existence, a predator in a system that values only the apex of force and domination. But there is another way. The new modern man becomes a co-creator of his reality, upgrading his role not just for himself, but for the world around him. He evolves from the sole provider and protector to the embodiment of divine power in human form, fulfilling the ancient prophecy of being made in the image of. The true key to unlocking this power lies in vulnerability, humility, and compassion. These qualities, often dismissed as weaknesses, are in fact the pillars of true strength. Practicing these virtues is not a sign of frailty, but rather the cosmic craft of the new masculinity, a craft rooted in ancient wisdom and celebrated in lore throughout the ages. This path of transformation is a psychological and spiritual journey, one that transcends mere self-improvement. It is a process of transfiguration where the modern man becomes the cosmic template of humanity. Cosmic Man 2.0. This is not just an invitation, it is the way forward for both men and humanity as a whole. The feminine counterpart, who has been undergoing her own evolution, will join in this dance of creation, celebrating the union of the whole man and woman, the spiritual and emotional dimensions. This new masculinity is deeply connected to our spiritual and emotional well-being. It requires a commitment to self-awareness, emotional intelligence, and a profound connection to our inner world. It is the ability to be fully present, to listen to our intuition, and to act from a place of authenticity. Embracing this new masculinity means delving deep into the depths of our being, understanding and integrating all aspects of ourselves, our fears, desires, dreams, and shadows. It means recognizing that vulnerability is not a flaw, but a gateway to deeper strength and connection. In this journey, we move beyond the superficial and engage with the core of who we are. We learn to embody the strength that comes from being whole, from embracing all that we are, and from stepping into our true power, the path forward. The new masculinity is not just about redefining what it means to be a man. It is about reconnecting with our essence and reclaiming our place in the world. It is about moving from force to power, from domination to collaboration, and from isolation to connection. As we embrace this new way of being, we not only transform ourselves, but also contribute to the healing and evolution of humanity. This is the path to a future where men and women together create a world that honors the fullness of our being, a world where the dance between strength and vulnerability leads to true empowerment and collective growth. This is the ultimate goal, the telos for humanity, a journey that begins with each of us, here and now. How does vulnerability empower masculinity? Vulnerability empowers masculinity by allowing men to connect with their true selves and others on a deeper, more authentic level. Traditionally, masculinity has been associated with stoicism, strength, and an avoidance of perceived weakness. However, vulnerability is not a sign of weakness, but a demonstration of inner strength and courage. When men embrace vulnerability, they are willing to face their emotions, fears, and uncertainties head on. This openness fosters self-awareness and emotional intelligence, enabling men to understand and process their feelings rather than suppressing them. By acknowledging their vulnerabilities, men become more resilient as they are better equipped to navigate life's challenges with authenticity and integrity. Moreover, vulnerability fosters genuine connections with others. When men are open about their struggles and emotions, they create an environment of trust and empathy, encouraging others to do the same. This shared vulnerability deepens relationships, builds mutual respect, and strengthens bonds, whether in friendships, partnerships, or professional settings. In essence, vulnerability transforms masculinity by shifting the focus from external displays of power to an inner strength that is rooted in authenticity, compassion, and self-acceptance. It empowers men to live more fully and meaningfully, embracing their whole selves and inspiring others to do the same.